This is Andi Purewal for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. We are in London at the Joyce Hammer weigh-in and I'm joined by trainer Mark Tibbs. Mark, firstly, it's always a pleasure. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Andy, how are you doing?
I'm good, mate. I'm good.
Travelling?
No, there's not. Well, I've been in the UK. Not much going on overseas for me to get
America?
to. No, not yet, mate. Well, not saying not yet, but not so far in this recent stint. But happy to be here, mate. Happy to be on British shores. And obviously, you've got young charge Tommy Fletcher going out tomorrow night. Talk about Tommy, Mark. What should people expect from him?
Tommy Fletcher is 20-year-old, 6'7", southpaw, phenomenal power, extremely phenomenal power. But it will be interesting. He's under a little bit of pressure now tomorrow night because he's getting a nice bit of attention. So that'll be interesting to see how he holds up to that little bit of pressure. But he's, I like to think, in the last year and a half, it could be more. He's been in our gym. He's learned to hone that power. You know, so he places shots and gets behind the lead and trusts the process of distance.
So what are you hoping that he shows tomorrow night when he makes his first ring walk?
Well, I hope he shows. I believe people will warm to him. I can't say fall in love with him. He's 20-year-old, but they will warm to him. He's a lovely nature kid, but he really flips the switch when he's in that boxing ring, and that's what I like about him.
It's obviously very early days for him. He's only a young 20-year-old, as you say, but what's going to be the plan for him moving forwards? How quickly or slowly would you like to see his career progress?
Well, listen, the more fights, the better, as long as you don't overdo it in the training and the sparring. He learns a little bit more about fueling his body. He will thicken out. He's 14 stone just right now. So, you know, championship weight at cruiser is 14.4, so that's where he is, and he's 20-year-old. So you've only got we work with nature. He'll fill out, you know, give him a couple of years, you fill out, and if he's still around in 5, 6, 7 years' time, he could even be a heavyweight. He's got the height and he's got the power. Yeah.
You've obviously got Johnny Fisher there as well, getting ready for August 6th. How has his preparations been going?
Yeah, Johnny's coming on really, really well. I haven't seen him for 2 days. Well, it feels like 2 days. I think, no, it has. It's been a couple of days, but I just walked in. He come here and supported Tommy Fletcher today, and it was lovely to see him. He's with our strength S&C coach, Sonny Cannon. He walked in with him, and it was. I was really proud what I was looking at because it looks a fine specimen already, and we're not fighting till the 6th of August in Sheffield, the Rumford Ball.
This time out, what are you hoping from Johnny, Mark? There's obviously some critics from the last outing on the Ryder Jacobs card. What do you think he's learned in that period?
Well, listen, he's got to relax and calm down a little bit up here, yeah, and still don't lose speed or power. But he's done some good sparring with Italian champion Guido. Can't pronounce his second name, but that's him. We had a couple of weeks with him. We could have done without it, but he was in our gym, so we made the most of the rounds, and they was good rounds. Then we had Derek Chisora, so we didn't overdo it, but we had what we could get with Derek, because Derek's he's an old experienced fighter now, and you can't teach that. They've got to feel it. If you get in the ring with them, you only feel it, that experience, you know what I'm saying? So we had that, and who else we've been sparring with? Fabio Wardley. Fabio Wardley, got some good rounds with Fabio. Fabio's fighting he's on Derek's undercard, funny enough. So we've had some good rounds with Fab, and it's a really good spar with Fab. Lovely fella. I like Fabio Wardley, English heavyweight champion. So it's lovely. We've got some good, decent domestic rounds, if you know what I'm saying. You get me? Yeah.
Reflect on the Chisora sparring for me in particular, Mark. How did Johnny hold himself in there?
Very well. Listen, I'm going to say that anyway, but I'll be straight with you. Held himself very well. Well, he blew a little bit, right? But that's what happens when you're up against experienced people. He didn't blow where he couldn't go out for the next round, but I felt it. I felt him feeling the experience, and that's what I need him to feel, as long as it's not too much, you know what I'm saying? Good.
What do you make of Derek's rematch with Kubrat Pulev next weekend?
Pulev Wilder-Whyte was going to fight him at one time, and I looked at Pulev then a few years back, but not seen much of Pulev, to tell the truth. But it seems I shouldn't comment on it if I'm not really up to date on it. But it's Derek's. It's a good opponent for Derek. I know Derek, so it's a good opponent for Derek, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I've not really. I'm going to the show. So I'll wait and see.
What's Derek's current training situation, Mark? We know he's not with Dave Caldwell now, so do you know who he's been working with in the meantime?
Well, I was in what's his name? What's his old coach who he was with for years? Don Charles. I was with Don Charles, so he must be with Don Charles. Okay. I was dealing with Don Charles and Nicola for organising the sparring, and Don Charles had a really, really good chat with me actually, and about one or two things, and it was nice that I really feel that he's a good coach for him because he knows him and he cares for him. So that's why he's good for Derek Chisora.
Just moving away from that then, and just to get your thoughts as well on an old man of yours who you cared for, Wilder-Whyte. What would you make of a potential fight with Deontay Wilder? I've seen a few people mention that. Deontay Wilder, Wilder-Whyte. What would be your take?
It's a dangerous fight. If you give Wilder distance. Yeah, you know what I mean? But Dillian has got a long jab, not to out jab him, but he has to use that jab as a shield to get on top of him, to edge him back, because he ain't the best of fighters on his back foot, Deontay Wilder. He likes to come forward and tee you off. So it's two good styles. If he gets his tactics right, Dillian, it's a good fight.
Right, Mark, we'll leave that there now. I know you've got to shoot off shortly, so I appreciate your time as always. Thanks for speaking to me in Boxing Social.
Thanks very much, appreciate it.